Heyo fellow knights, Finn here, and welcome back to DDLC Plus for some more side stories goodness. And oh boy, moving on to part 2 of Understanding featuring Sayori and Yuri. Now if you haven't seen part 1 of said side story, check it out in the annotation right next to me. So, you guys know the drill. And what time is it? It's Doki time. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can do to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monika. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those other students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monika rounds the corner approaching the club room. As she does so... Yuri? Yuri jumps at the sound of Monika's voice. She's sitting outside the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not... Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, I was just wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? With club publicity stuff? Yes. Monika is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monika looks into the club room herself and sees Sayori sitting alone inside. Okay, it's kind of a simple job, but yeah, I'd be happy for you to tag along. Me too. Monika is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. Come on, don't leave our cinnamon bun out of this. She's part of the club, come on! It's a little ironic. She realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in the debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. Aw man, really? No Sayori, I'm so disappointed. The two walk in silence. Without Sayori, Monika finds it quite difficult to strike up the conversation. What did I say? What did I say? So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monika tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Sorry, didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. With Chihiro, wink wink. Sayori told me. What did you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. It's really starting to feel like a literature club now. Yeah, it's kind of funny. I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me. But it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it. It's like the club is working. I'm really happy about that. Well, kinda works, as it should. She's not into it. Huh? She's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it. Oh man, not this again. We'll see how this turns out, fellow knights. We'll see. Did something happen? Yuri sighs. No, it's just me. Yuri pauses. I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence, and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't think you're complaining. I just want to make sure you feel welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So, I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monika pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with the club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people. Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monika that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I'm a really weird and awkward person. I accepted that about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about an arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And Sayori falls into that third category. She... what? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you? Yuri nods. I just wanted to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't want to connect with an interest, then tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sayori is too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing she could just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends. It's the worst feeling, and I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over the original task. Monika looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down, with her fists clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sayori is different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so... No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monika hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the other. Neither person is to blame. but it's an issue that can be resolved without them understanding each other better. Well, I mean, Sayori, because she's all sunshine and rainbows. You can trust her. You can trust her, Yuri. Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that. Thank you, Monika. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs too. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. Yuri stops and shakes her head. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is it's resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. Yuri pauses to think. I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting lesson. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. It's for the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. Monika smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monika's glaze, returning a shy smile of her own. See, it's okay. It's not so bad talking to each other, just let it all out and things will get fine as usual. Quick water break. Ooh, cold. Oh yeah, just for a record, the my hometown or the area I'm living in is cold right now, so wearing the hat, wearing the jacket, it's cold, so of course I gotta keep myself warm and comfy and cozy. Yuri and Monika finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monika mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. I'm never going to feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monika. You're not just going to wait outside, are you? I can take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has nothing to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. We can use it like an electric kettle to heat up water, right? Would that be really possible? I'll look into it. I think it would be great. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck! Monika waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smiles fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the test that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. You can do this, Yuri. I believe in you. Yuri? Oh, wait, hold on. I'm not done yet. Yuri... Yuri, it's I am so sorry. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri stammers, her words suddenly caught in her throat. At that moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. I wasn't expecting you to come today. I was really hoping I make it all the way through the first chapter first. But I got most of the way through it. And look! Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her depression shifts from anxiety to despair. I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard. Stop. Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Please, stop. I can't take this. Yuri? Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. I'm sorry. Sayori looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No, it's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with the internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should just leave, or escape from here, before Monika sees her like this, and before Sayori tells Monika that she did. But before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrapped around her from behind. Oh! It's that one bit from the trailer! This is it! Any Sayuri fans out there? I mean, here's your scene. It's okay. Sayuri whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. I understand. Guys, can we take a moment and just look at this? Just look at this. I mean, Sayuri jokes aside, I mean, I really want to cry right now, but again, I don't want to because you're crying. Shut up. I mean, look at this. It's just, I have no words for this. Like, now we're in the second side stories, and I haven't got into the other ones yet. Which, if you want me to, subscribe if you want to. Subscribe if you want to find out, so your choice. I'm just saying. I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from those things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're thinking, what you're feeling right now. I promise, I understand that. So, I'll give you as much time as I need. And when you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we'll talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like someone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the Literature Club. I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just wanted to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect when I can't behave like one? I just want to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath and rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like it would be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna let out a burp there. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about that while we were reading. I was so afraid that you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my rational fears won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah, irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are. I know you said you have a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we are all different and have different interests. Like, about the book. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise, that's what I really want. It's a bit of a struggle, but I try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could have never discovered new things if we didn't try them at first, right? Right on, Sayori. Right on. I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried it and learned more about you. Plus, you're like super duper smart, and I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back, a smile at the comment. Aww, look at that smile! Oh, I'm not crying! Shut up! Shut up! I'm not crying! No, come on! Already the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to be evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Shut up! I'm not crying! I'm not crying! Okay. I can't. I don't know if I'm crying or I'm laughing, but I don't want you guys to see this face. Oh my god. Oh, my glove. Must be someone cutting onions here, huh? Okay, alright, I admit it. This is so bittersweet and wholesome. I can't take it. Oh my god. Give me a moment real quick. Woo! Okay, I'm back. I'm okay now, fellow knights. I'm okay now. need to let out my system for a bit, and oh my god, I really do not want to see you guys see this, my crying face or anything like that, but I don't know, maybe I just let out my emotions for once in the camera, maybe in the next side story or whatever, but so far, so freaking far, this side story is just, oh my god. Don Salvato, you outdid yourself. Oh man, I did not regret getting this game at all. I love Doki Doki Literature Club now. I love it now.
Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful of taking care of it, so I cut it all off.
Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay with just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she needs to experience. So wholesome.
Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear. But we can stop at any time. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on though, so we'll just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first.
Really? Really, Yuri? At a time like this? Come on now.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you, at all recently.
Sayuri trots over to Monika. She whispers loudly.
Can I hug you?
Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Yeah, that's right. Power hug. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster.
Hey, don't call me a monster. Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it would spell disaster.
Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two of them and smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the literature club.
About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like. Yes! Do you like poetry?
Yuri smiles. Aww, that's so good. That's so good. Oh my glob. Man, I gotta say, that side story is... I'd say it's bittersweet and wholesome. That's what I'm going to say. It's bittersweet and wholesome, and... I don't know, I haven't gone into the other side stories now, and I'd say this is the one that almost made me cry. I am so sorry, but... Again, it's just... I'd say, man, that side story is so good. This game is absolutely worth it. It's worth it, especially with, of course, the side stories and everything else. I'm of course down for the side stories and everything. Anything Doki Doki related, it's fine by me. It really touches my heart. Kind of relates to me being a weirdo and such, but I accept for who I am. I mean, if you guys are weirdos or anything like that, sorry for calling you out like that, but it's okay. We're all weirdos here. We can be ourselves. It's fine. Just be yourself and you'll be fine. That's it for this episode of DDLC Plus. If you want to get the game for yourself, link in the description below. And also, if you haven't checked out the first part of said side story, check it out in the annotation right next here. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for watching. Finn the Dark Knight signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. And as always, stay awesome and have fun, fellow knights.